I was reading an article where they had done this experiment on women where they had put like birthmarks or scars and stuff on their face, and they had sent these women into an interview, and these women knew that they were putting these scars and like blemishes and stuff on their face, and they were sending them into an interview to see if the interview person treated them any different because they had some sort of disfigurement on their face. But right before they actually went into the interview, they did a makeup touch up, and they actually used some sort of type of disappearing like ink or something on their face, but they like just did some touch up on their face to where they actually covered up those blemishes, but they were telling them that they were just making them a little bit more highlighted. And so the women had gone into this interview and they came back out, and they didn't know, okay, they didn't know that they had corrected and took away the blemish part, or it disappeared. And when they came back out, they had reported that they felt uncomfortable with the person who was interviewing them, that they felt like they were judging them, that they felt like they were staring at their blemishes. I got one right here. That they were just like judging them because they had like a scar or acne or something on their face, and that they were being judged. So the experiment was to see if women, especially, that's why they did the experiment on women, that we kind of criticize ourselves and we actually look for those things that people are judging us for, or we kind of seek those things out, and sometimes we will over exaggerate things, or we will misinterpret something, and it's becoming a huge problem. I'm seeing a lot of videos where women are doing like makeup, or they're using all these different skincare products. So there's like this one thing, I think it's called, I don't want to give out any names, but it's a skincare regimen that has 26 different things that you're doing to your skin. And I'm always promoting health and wellness things, because a lot of those toxins in these skincare products are absorbed in our skin. It throws off our hormones, and it's not good for our skin long term, and we don't need to be using 26 different products. But back to, I squirrel, okay? So if you see any of my other videos, I squirrel. I jump from topic to topic. But so in the beauty care industry, they know that women are looking to cover up flaws. They know that we're self-conscious about our appearance and not aging gracefully, and being like very down on ourselves. And we're always, we put other women down, like, oh my gosh, she's got wrinkles, she looks like she's 50, she looks like she's in her 60s, and they're like in their 30s, or they're like really just bashing somebody for having acne, hormonal acne, or teenagers with acne, and just really putting down appearances of women. And us doing all these different skincare products and stuff is just making things worse in the long term. Putting on all the makeup is clogging our pores and can actually make our wrinkles deeper. And we're doing this all for the sake because we don't love ourselves, and we need to get away from that mindset of not loving ourselves. I'm 46. I personally think I look pretty good for being 46. I've had comments on other platforms where people are saying that I look like I'm in my 60s. I'm like, okay, that's a little extreme, but I try to take care of myself. I mean, I get little blemishes here and there. I have little sunspots, but it's who I am. I'm taking care of myself as best as I can internally, and that's going to show externally. That's one of the things that a lot of beauty skincare companies don't really talk about, that our beauty starts within. If we're bombarding our bodies with a bunch of chemicals and additives and processed foods and stuff, that is going to start showing through our skin. We're going to get all the deep wrinkles, especially if you have a lot of stress. High cortisol levels will just wreak havoc on your cellular repair, and you're going to get those deep wrinkles, and you're going to start aging faster. My mom had gotten terminally ill right before my baby was born, and I took care of her and a newborn for 6 months. And that was the toughest 6 months. She was dying, and I'm taking care of a new life, and I was not taking care of me. And I looked back at my pictures, like around when I was like 6-7 months pregnant, compared to right after I gave birth. I had huge rosacea, lots of acne and stuff. My skin started to sag, and I literally aged, I think, 2 decades in a matter of months. During that 6-month period when my mom was dying, I was taking care of a newborn. I didn't have a whole lot of help, and just the trauma of losing a parent during that time, and having women attack me for my appearance like that, it's saddening. We are supposed to be lifting each other up, okay? We're not meant to absorb all the negativity and all this toxicity and that we're putting on ourselves and other people, especially women. So we don't want to be out here seeking that negativity, because if we do that, we find ourselves judging because we don't like what we look like. We don't like our own appearance, and we start judging other people because we're like, if I put somebody else down, it'll make me feel better. I think a lot of women think that way too, and there's just so much pressure on us looking good. I don't wear makeup for my videos. This is what you get, okay? Every now and again, I'll maybe put some mascara on, and sometimes I'll cover up a blemish, but for this video, I'm not going to, because I want to talk about this thing. We need to be okay. I'm okay with a little acne. I'm okay with a couple sunspots. You know, if I focus so much on that, I'm going to feel like I'm looking worse instead of better. And I'm just going to just be mentally not good, not well. And we need to step out of that mind cycle of thinking these negative thoughts, especially about ourselves. And we need to stop putting each other down. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. Please show love and kindness to each other. You know, we have this one life, and we go through different stages. All of us go through different stages. And if we look like we're older, okay, well, we may have like a rough moment. And if we're looking at somebody who's 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, and we're like, oh my gosh, look at all those wrinkles. Well, God bless them, because they lived a life, okay? They age gracefully, or they love every step of the way, okay? That's what we need to focus on, is loving ourselves and loving those around us. And let's love our elders, you know? Tell them they look beautiful. You know, being 70, 80 years old and having wrinkles, that's not a bad thing. That's a life that you lived. It's in your skin, it's in your cells. You're beautiful, okay? That's what we need to just start talking about, lifting each other up. So anyway, that's a long video. I hope you guys are encouraged to start doing more natural skincare products. I will be doing maybe a little episode on that, some of the things that I do naturally to help keep my beautiful look and appearance. And I personally feel like I look younger. I don't have the gobbler neck, you know, for being 46. I think I look fairly decent. I don't have a whole lot of gray hairs. I got a few little scragglers. That's the other thing. Women are dyeing their hair. I don't dye my hair. It's long. I love it. It's beautiful to me. And, you know, I don't try to stress. When we put all that stress on us, we're going to start seeing signs of aging. So anyway, love each other. Subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video.